All right, I just wanted to take a minute and talk about this Trevor Jacobs video. I've watched some online videos, and some of the questions people bring up all make sense and are easily explained, while it seems a whole bunch of people have missed some big red flags. So I just wanted to talk about the red flags I see and explain why maybe some of what other pilots expected him to do didn't happen. First of all, as he's going down the runway here, we see that the fuel valve, it's on the left side of the screen. Fuel valve is disconnected from the right wing tank. It's a 6-gallon wing tank that feeds fuel to the header tank. It looks like the fuel pickup might be in the wing root yet, but it's not connected, leading me to believe that right wing tank has been drained of fuel. Maybe to stop a fire, I'm not sure. Fuel line that would normally come off is now in place with zip ties. It's just hanging there, we can see it bouncing. On the right-hand side of the screen, on the left wing root, we can see where the airworthiness certificate is duct taped on the left wing root. Not in its standard envelope, but legal. As I look around this airplane, what I see are GoPros and nothing else. There's no interior. It looks like everything's been removed from this airplane. Everything is gone. But as we go on, we can see he's flying and enjoying his flight when the engine quits. Now, people have brought up that he didn't use a checklist. That makes a little sense. As I go to the owner's manuals of 1940 Taylorcraft, there's no checklist in it. Not a single checklist. And really, there's not going to be much of a checklist needed. In an emergency situation such as this, what would he do? He'd push the throttle forward, mixture rich, carb heat left mag, right mag, back to both. That's it. 3-second procedure. So no, we didn't see him run any emergency procedures. It wouldn't have taken any time. So that he didn't run those checklists doesn't surprise me. Why isn't there more on the restart? Well, it's because there's no electrical system in this airplane. The starting procedure for the aircraft states, always have a competent person at the controls when starting. Be sure the gas is turned on, and with the switch in the off position, give the primer 1 or 2 shots, then pull the prop through 4 or 5 times. They're talking by hand. Get outside and pull it through 4 or 5 times. Put the switch to the on position, open the throttle a little, pull the prop through quickly. Now, as we're flying, the windmilling effect would keep the the engine turning. So doing the full throttle, full mixture, carb heat on, and checking your magnetos would accomplish everything in that starting procedure. People have said, why no radio calls? Well, he doesn't have an electrical system. He does have a headset on. Because he jumps out and that headset's flying behind him, I would assume that intercom system is connected to a voice recorder or one of the cameras. It's only there for the audio on this. People talk about a transponder. When you squawk a transponder code, there's no electrical system. There's no transponder. There's no ADS-B. But what about an emergency locator transmitter? Why is there no ELT? And people have talked about him wearing a parachute. Pilots don't wear parachutes. There are a few times when you do. Skydive pilots have to wear parachutes, and aerobatic pilots wear parachutes. They're different than the parachute he is wearing. In all these cases, they're little round parachutes designed to open up very quickly at fairly low altitudes and save your life. What Trevor's wearing here is a full skydive rig. It's a beautiful rig. Nice parachute, square, steerable, which then brings up the next question. Why didn't he steer to the riverbed below him, where he could have not landed in that scrub brush and hurt himself? I think it's to get to the airplane, to get to the cameras, so he could have the footage to make where the real question comes in. That's the commercial. This is obviously a commercial.
Shout out to the Ridge Wallet. Thank you to the Ridge Wallet for sponsoring this video.
And then we need to ask, is this a produced commercial? Was this planned? And when I say was this planned, right from the beginning, was this going to be a commercial? Did someone approach Trevor and say, would you jump out of an airplane, let it crash, and make a commercial for us? Or did Trevor approach someone with the idea, I'm going to buy a cheap airplane and I'll jump out of it and crash it and make a viral video for you? Now, if it was planned, this could be completely legal. Was there a TFR up over the area? Was the FAA notified? Was there a letter of waiver granted to Trevor to do this stunt? If there wasn't, then we have to ask, did the Ridge know that this was a publicity stunt? And then if they did, are they culpable for the damages and cleanup of this aircraft? Because what I see in the beginning is an aircraft set up to be scuttled. It looks like it's set up to not catch fire. It's an airplane without an electrical system. The wing fuel tank has been disabled. Obviously no fuel in it. Because if the Ridge knew the plan, and the plan was just to randomly crash an airplane into a mountain, I think they're as much at fault as Trevor. My hope is that this is a publicity stunt with all the correct steps taken and then made a fantastic video. If not, I'm not sure all the fingers should just be pointed at Trevor, but at a lot of people. Maybe even YouTube.